Yes, and welcome to another pre-week outlook, hosted by yours truly, Lit Cap Nate, aka your big bro, the Skin Glow, as if you don't already know. And yeah, I hope you guys are all well. So, ladies and gentlemen, today we'll be taking you through, or today I'll be taking you through, rather. Today I'll be taking you through a few setups that we've got lined up for next week. So starting off with the fundamentals. So next week is looking pretty packed out for news, if I do say so myself, with the action really kicking off from Tuesday. So Tuesday we've got PMI for the pound, and some and some dollar news. Tell her that it's Monday. Tuesday we've got some news for the Aussie, for the NZD. We are pretty packed for news on Wednesday. Really, between the pound and the dollar, if I'm being honest. Thursday we've got some more pound news, including some pound interest rate, which will be pretty interesting. Some jobless claims for the dollar, and last but not least, we actually have NFP beginning at 1:30 on Friday. So we are pretty packed out for news, a lot of which I'm actually looking forward to. So what I'm going to start off with is the dollar index. So let's come over to the dollar. Amazing. So what I'm looking for, looking forward, moving forward from where we are now, after a pretty eventful Friday, actually, surprisingly, as it is actually the last day of the trading month. But what we are actually looking forward to is actually price moving on higher. We do have some imbalance on the daily, a bit more prominent to see on the weekly, but we actually have got some imbalance on the weekly, followed by these two weekly candles that actually caused this massive momentum to the downside to actually to take place. So it will be interesting to see if we can actually fill these imbalance prices up here, come into and trade within these two weekly candles, and maybe give us some sign of Wyckoff accumulation or some sort of distribution pattern to give us signs that we are actually gonna move on lower. So that's really what we've got looking at in terms of the dollar. Now, just to bring to your attention, these two candles on these two weekly candles that we are looking for price to get up to are actually in line with the 50% on the fib from the swing high to this swing low. So it will be pretty interesting to see if we can actually get up here and start making a move down. If I just come over to the daily, you can see that we've actually played into this daily candle up here. And we had a pretty big spike that actually brought us a lot higher up and a lot closer to the imbalance than the weekly that was just mentioned over here. So that's basically the DXY covered. Moving on, I'm actually going to be taking you guys first through gold. Gold, my probably my favorite pair right now. Pretty surprised I hadn't been trading it a lot sooner actually. But gold has been pretty eventful today. So if I just start off on the weekly, we can actually see that overall, on the higher time frames, we are actually bullish, right? With a series of higher highs, higher low, higher high, and so on and so forth. Now, what I am actually looking for gold to do is to actually come down to this weekly candle. If I pull the fib up from this swing low to this swing high, what we can actually see is that this weekly candle is actually in line with the 79%, aka the sweet spot. Right now, just above this, we can actually see that we've got some equal lows to be taken out, with a lot of liquidity resting underneath that has yet to be taken out. So moving on down to the 4 hour. Moving on down to the 4 hour, what we can see, is we've actually come down and actually taken out these equal lows down here. So if I come onto the 1 hour, which is where my setup actually is. So we've got one setup to the downside, which I'm actually looking forward to. So, if we are to continue higher on the DXY, I would really expect gold to come a lot lower. Now, the area that I'm actually looking to take some sells from, rather, is this 1 hour candle over here, right? With the 50% being at this line. So we've got a lot of imbalance to kind of fill after we've just, taken out this liquidity, which I'm pretty sure, the composite man, if you will, would actually want us to, would like to push us up and actually fill this imbalance. Now, as we get up to here, what I will be expecting is for price to, get into this candle and initially push down after that, right? Now, if I come down to the 5 minute, I believe, 5 minute, 15 minute, or might even see it, right, even better on the 30 minute. So on the 30 minute, what we can actually see is after we've taken out this liquidity, we are seeing some choppy price action, and we did have an eye candle just over here. And then price did leave a lot of imbalance just above that candle. So what I would like to see is for prices to actually, return back to this candle, maybe give us a play from here to take us higher, and then obviously, get a push lower after that to take out the liquidity underneath this low, and potentially get us down to, the weekly area that I was just mentioning earlier, which I'll quickly show you again. Just down here, right? Which would give us our higher low, and obviously give us a push up potentially to, maybe take out these highs up here, right? So last but not least, last pair I'm going to take you guys through is GBP/USD. Now, GBP/USD has been pretty eventful today as well, which also we did call out this morning on our Breakfast Club session. So just starting off, I come over to the weekly, we can see that, we are actually bearish with this, where price has been giving us a series of lower highs and lower lows. Previous low was down here. And obviously we returned up to give us, a lower high. Now, upon price actually, getting up to this area and pushing down, if I just come down to the daily, you can see that on our approach up, we actually, did finally make that lower high and actually broken structure to the downside. And if I just zoom into this, what you can see now is after we broken structure, we continued, our series of lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, right? So what we actually are looking for now, if I just come down to the 4 hour, is, so now we can see that we've actually taken out the liquidity underneath these equal lows over here. This is where we actually did call the sell from earlier on today, actually, which was pretty interesting. But now, like I said, you can see that we've taken out this liquidity towards the upside of us, actually getting to this area where we sold from. We did actually take out the liquidity to the upside as well. Now, if I come down to the 30 minute, after us getting that monster reaction from the 30-minute candle that we called out, what we actually did leave was this outstanding green candle, also known as an institutional candle. So what I am in hopes of price doing, very similar to gold in the aspect of us getting a pullback and then continuing lower, is I'm actually waiting for price to take us up to this institutional candle and us, potentially getting a play out of it and taking out, well, my first sort of target would actually be these equal lows. If I just zoom out a bit, you can see we've got equal lows down here. So that would be my first target. And after that, who knows how low, how low we can go. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see. It's going to be a very, very interesting week, moving on into, the first week of the next trading month, where, again, like I said earlier, we're going to see NFP and what that can give, provide for us in terms of pips. So last but not least, just want to bring you guys attention over to the Lit Capital website. Now, I would like you guys to remember this, right? We are providing a lot of different services when it comes down to whether it's setups you're after, and whether it's, education, whether it's in a group environment or one-to-one environment. We actually will provide that for you guys. All you need to do is reach out, and one of us will be more than happy to help us simply by clicking this contact us button, and one of us will definitely be in touch with yourself. So with that being said, it's been a pleasure showing you guys through these setups, and remember, every day is money day. Peace out.